Well, if you're just stepping into this debate over how we should be protesting Scientology, well, what William and DOA were up to is not very impressive. But let's try to give them a chance, and it's not good. So DOA had a conversation about his conspiracy about the tunnels in Los Angeles, and Nora came in to support him and say, "Yeah, yeah, there are tunnels." And Jesus Christ, this thing just went on and on and on, and it went nowhere except that Nora was just slobbering over DOA. You're the most beautiful radical activist. Oh my God, it's so delicious.
Get permits for anything. So
yeah.
that tracks.
So I think that's where a lot of this whole tunnel stuff is this is where the tunnel stuff is coming from. And the fact that there's no permits for any of this, which we kind of know that they're not getting the permits, and the closure of the road has been suspect. So we're trying right now to get some ground penetrating radar, and then that will be to determine if it's just a conspiracy. But what you're saying, where some of those bricks are, it does appear that would be exactly what you're talking about.
Those would be actual already there.
After their long conversation, we learned the tunnels, they got a loop. There's a loop in the tunnels. The tunnels have a loop. So months and months and months of yelling, harassing, attacking people. What has DOA given us? He discovered the tunnels, they got a loop. There we are. All that pain and suffering he imposed. We got tunnels with the loop. Oh boy. So let's turn to William. Mr. Gude filmed the police, streets LA, and now with DOA gone from LA, hopefully he will take up the mantle of leadership and he'll show us something very impressive. So apparently some Scientologists and their security were trying to block off a street or something, and Streets was not having that, no pun intended, and he just barged in and he found something. He found really something.
Look at the event. They shut down the street for what? For what? Pack it up. Hey, you, pack it up.
That's right. He found tables. He found chairs. He found tables with chairs. And he even admits, you didn't hide anything. What were you hiding? I don't understand. Why'd you block it off? This is stupid. Right, Streets. You barging in like an idiot. And okay, fine. Now you're getting confrontational. Fine, whatever. And you gave us tables and chairs. Wow. Amazing. Your Dark Knight Batman tactics really gave us something. Is any of this going to legally stop the church? No. Is it even useful information? No. But I did find this amazing. He made a quite incredible confession about what he really thinks of his so-called friends. And wait for it. It is insane.
But like I said, you got family in this shit. What are you going to do? This is all you know. You leave here, what are you going to do? What are you going to do? You know what I'm saying? You're going to say, well, you're going to be an ex-Scientologist and everybody's going to kind of laugh at you a little bit. On top of it, like I said, you're not particularly bright. It's the reason why you're out here doing this. You're not moving up, right? You're not getting into the office buildings or anything like that. You're here.
So I want to be fair to William. So he's mocking this guard. And again, it's professional problem. You have to keep doing things for the camera. So maybe he didn't mean to say this, but that is really stunning. So he's insulting the guy saying, you're a loser. You got no opportunities. What are you going to do? Well, what are you going to do? Are you going to become an ex-Scientologist? That's pathetic. We'd all laugh at you. Wait. So if he left the cult, became an ex-Scientologist, you would think he's a loser anyway. So he's a loser in Scientology. If he leaves, he's still a loser in Streets LA's eyes. Well, let's think about that. So he thinks Aaron is a loser? Does he think Liz Gale is a loser? I mean, let's be honest. Nora, yeah, she's a loser. So, I'll concede Nora. But apparently when he sees Serge and Aaron and Liz, these ex-Scientologists, this is what he really thinks. He thinks they're a bunch of idiots and losers. Well, okay. Well, that's interesting. Does he ever say that to their face? Because he seems to be really friendly with them, to make money. But apparently that's his real attitude. He's like, these are all a bunch of losers. What do they do? Well, spend time with Xenu and then they left? Well, I mean, I'll say that for William. He will slip out a lot that he hates you. I mean, he doesn't like Zach. He doesn't like Daniel. If you disobey orders, and apparently the ex-Scientologists, they're annoying him too. So now he's down to himself, Jessica, Palmadessa, and Solomon, who's a kid. Yeah, so that's his new team. Him, Jessica, and a young kid who is begging strangers for money and insulting them too. There we go. This is the Squirrel Revolution. After months and months, they finally got it right. It's William mocking ex-Scientologists and Scientologists, let's be fair, and Jessica and Solomon tagging along. Wow. They really did the revolution there. Hip hip hooray, I guess, or whatever. But hey, Juneteenth is coming. I'm sure William will do something more pro-black for money. But hey, maybe he won't and just go back to mocking Scientologists. We'll have to wait and see.
Not a victim. You're a dupe. You're a useful idiot, but you're not a victim.